Welcome to 3D Printing for Women. Explore, learn, innovate. 3D printing is empowering. It allows women to create, innovate, start businesses, and bring ideas to life, from home decor and jewelry to tools, toys, and tech accessories. But before you hit print, there's one thing that matters more than speed, filament, or design: safety. In today's video, we're covering essential 3D printing safety tips every woman should know, especially if you're printing at home, in a shared space, or running a small business. Whether you're a beginner or experienced maker, these tips will help you protect your health, your home, and your equipment while printing with confidence. Let's get started. Section 1. Why 3D printing safety matters. 3D printing may look simple, but safety risks can vary depending on the type of printer, the materials used, and how the printing process is handled. When a 3D printer runs, it can release volatile organic compounds known as VOCs, along with ultrafine particles, or UFPs. The amount released depends on factors like print temperature, printing technique, and filament type. There are also risks during post-processing. Using sharp tools to remove supports, trim edges, or sand prints can lead to cuts or minor injuries. Some finishing steps may also involve chemicals that are flammable or irritating if not handled properly. Because many women use 3D printers at home or in shared spaces, understanding these risks is important. With the right knowledge and simple precautions, 3D printing can stay safe, enjoyable, and empowering. Section 2. Ventilation and air quality. Let's talk about air quality, because it's one of the most important and often overlooked parts of 3D printing safety. When a 3D printer is running, indoor air can be exposed to a mix of volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, and airborne particles released during the printing process. VOCs are chemical substances that evaporate into the air and can be inhaled. Short-term exposure may cause eye, nose, or throat irritation, headaches, nausea, or dizziness. Long-term or repeated exposure has been linked to more serious health concerns, especially in poorly ventilated spaces. 3D printers also release particles, which are tiny solid or liquid droplets floating in the air. The smallest of these, called ultrafine particles, or UFPs, are the most concerning because they can travel deep into the lungs and even enter the bloodstream. These particles may irritate the eyes, nose, and throat, worsen respiratory or heart conditions, increase discomfort for people with asthma or sensitivities. Ventilation becomes even more important during post-printing tasks. Activities like sanding, removing supports, vapor polishing, or cleaning the build plate sometimes involve solvents such as isopropanol, ethanol, acetone, or similar chemicals. Many of these solvents are flammable, and in poorly ventilated areas, their vapors can become dangerous. Some may also irritate the eyes and respiratory system if inhaled. Certain support materials are removed using chemical solutions, which can be corrosive and cause burns if handled improperly, making airflow and protective equipment essential. Best practices for safer printing: print in a separate, dedicated space when possible. Use active ventilation or exhaust systems. Limit the amount of time spent close to a running printer. If available, monitor prints remotely using a built-in camera. Avoid printing in bedrooms or shared living areas. Good airflow isn't just about comfort. It's about protecting your health so you can keep creating confidently and consistently. Section 3. Heat and burn prevention. 3D printers operate at very high temperatures, which makes heat safety essential. In FFF, or FDM 3D printing, the extrusion nozzle typically reaches temperatures between 190 degrees Celsius and 260 degrees Celsius. These temperatures are necessary to soften plastic, so it can be printed smoothly, but they can also cause serious skin burns if touched. Burns often happen when users touch heated parts before they have cooled. Melted plastic is removed from the nozzle while it is still hot. Many 3D printers also use heated build platforms, usually running between 55 degrees Celsius and 120 degrees Celsius. These heated beds help improve print quality and reduce warping. but they can also cause thermal skin burns if touched too soon. The good news is that when a printer is set up and operating correctly, the nozzle temperature is typically below the level that creates a fire hazard. The main risk is direct contact, not ignition. Simple heat safety tips: never touch the nozzle or build plate while printing. Allow prints and surfaces to cool completely before handling. Use tools instead of fingers to remove prints. Avoid cleaning melted plastic from a hot nozzle. Keep hair, sleeves, and jewelry away from heated parts. Respecting heat zones helps prevent injuries and allows you to print safely, confidently, and consistently. Section 4. Electrical and fire safety. Most desktop FFF 3D printers do not include additional electrical safety features beyond standard internal fuses or external power adapters. This is typical for consumer-level printers, but it means users need to be aware of basic electrical safety. The exposed parts of most 3D printers usually operate at 12 to 24 volts, which is widely considered safe under normal conditions. However, potential risks don't come from voltage alone. They often come from how the equipment is used and maintained. More common hazards can occur during maintenance or malfunction. If the printer is not fully powered off and unplugged, there is a risk of electrical shock or mechanical injury while cleaning, adjusting, or repairing the machine. There is also a potential fire or explosion risk. Electrical equipment that sparks, especially near flammable materials or chemical vapors, can become an ignition source if proper precautions aren't taken. Electrical and fire safety tips: always turn off and unplug the printer before maintenance. Inspect power cords and connections regularly. Keep flammable materials and chemical vapors away from the printer. Avoid using damaged cables or loose connections. Use a surge protector and a stable power source. Electrical safety may not be the most visible part of 3D printing, but it plays a major role in keeping your workspace, your home, and your creative journey safe. Section 5. Mechanical safety and moving parts. 3D printers contain many moving components, including stepper motors, pulleys, threaded rods, carriages, and small cooling fans. While these parts are essential for printing, they can also pose mechanical safety risks if proper care isn't taken. Stepper motors may not have the strength to cause serious injury, but they can still trap fingers, long hair, loose clothing, head coverings, or scarves. This is especially important for women who print while wearing longer hairstyles or loose garments. Many printers are designed with enclosures or covers that help isolate moving parts. However, extra caution is needed if the printer is opened for maintenance or repair. If the printer is not powered off and unplugged, there is a risk of mechanical injury while parts are still capable of moving. Mechanical safety tips: never reach into the printer while it is operating. Secure long hair, scarves, and loose clothing. Always power off and unplug the printer before maintenance. Use built-in enclosures whenever possible. Keep hands and tools clear of moving parts. Understanding how your printer moves helps you stay in control, avoid injuries, and print with confidence. Section 6. Chemical and material handling safety. Not all filaments and resins are created equal. Safe material handling tips: store filaments away from heat and moisture. Avoid inhaling dust from sanding prints. Wear gloves when handling resin. Use safety glasses when cutting or post-processing. Post-processing safety: sand in ventilated areas. Wear a mask when sanding or spray painting. Dispose of resin waste properly, never down the sink. Professional creators treat materials with respect, and customers notice that professionalism. Section 7. Workspace setup for women creators. A safe workspace is a productive workspace. Ideal setup tips: dedicated table or workbench, proper lighting to reduce mistakes, organized tools, no clutter, fire extinguisher nearby, first aid kit within reach. Design your space to feel empowering, calm, and functional, because creativity thrives in safety. Section 8. Monetization and confidence. Angle. If you plan to sell your 3D prints, online or locally, safety equals credibility. Safe practices: protect your health long-term, reduce costly accidents, build trust with customers, support sustainable income. Successful women makers don't just create, they create responsibly. 3D printing is an incredible tool for creativity, independence, and income. But safety always comes first. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe for more informative 3D printing tutorials for women. If you want to learn more about 3D printing safety tips, then check the link in the description below. And remember, you deserve to create confidently, safely, and powerfully. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.